Coast is also where I'm from. I'm from Vancouver, BC. These guys are from Victoria, so West Coast, Best Coast. All right, representing Canada's beautiful West Coast, Island Show Choir's Harmonia is in their very first year and taking the plunge into their first competition ever. This very small yet talented group of young ladies have embraced show choir into their hearts this year and have entertained the greater Victoria area while making appearances in popular community events, concerts, and community outreach. As Harmonia enters in this new exciting world of show choir, they bring forth a message of journey, both literal and abstract. The journey starts with a longing to go towards greatness and through thousands of miles of land and sea. It is also about personal journey towards happiness and living life to the fullest. Harmonia is ecstatic to be participating at Show Choir Canada this year and will surely mark this experience in their journey. Representing the West Coast and Victoria, BC, please welcome to the stage, Harmonia. Everybody give it up one more time. And whenever you guys are ready, you can come out to the front of the stage. How you guys doing? Doing okay? Yeah? All right, all right. All right, let's hear from our judges.
All right, ladies. First of all, this was your first ever competition performance. Holy cow. Way to go. Way to go. You should be so proud. Okay, I'm just going to give you a few things and one or two little things to work on. Some things that I really loved about you. Some outstanding solo work. Great solo work on Come Alive. Really throughout the show. Just great solo work. I love how you do a good job of living in your characters when you're not dancing. A lot of times it's easier to be into character when we're moving, but when we are not moving, we kind of get stagnant. You do a great job of keeping the idealism or keeping the party or whatever on your face when you are not dancing. You also do a nice job of staying in character when you travel, when you're walking from place to place, not just dancing. So bravo with that. One or two little things that I would work on, and then I'm going to give you one big compliment at the end. Work on spacing when you are wanting to be symmetrical. Okay? Because there were times when stage right was a little crowded and stage left was a little more spread out. And I think you were aiming at times for the more spread out. And then Sit Down, You're Rockin' the Boat and I choreographed it a few times over my career. It is a hard song to not rush on. It's a really, I heard like that, yes. It's a hard one to not rush on, so always being aware of that. The big compliment I want to give you is when I work with groups a lot of times that will have maybe 50 people in them. And we talk about the idea of percentages. That when there are 50 people in a group, that every person is responsible for 2% of everything the audience sees and hears. 50 times 2 is 100% of what we see and hear. 12.5% of everything we see and hear is each of you individually. You did a magnificent job of holding up your 12.5%. Great work.
Congratulations, you 8 brave ladies, for your very first competition. Truly, really, really wonderful. I loved very much when you went from Guys and Dolls to Rent. That was really, really hard. Again, very diverse, 2 different shows, really excellent. Something this whole group does really well is your focus. Who's your director? Is it within the group here? What's the name of your director? Adrian has done something very well by teaching you how to focus. Thank you. Oh, come on, Adrian. Adrian, I was sharing with your group that the focus was excellent. They really knew how to focus to the mezzanine. I saw their eyes. I was really, really happy about that. One thing that you could work on, because when you're singing in stillness, it's very, very powerful. When you start doing choreography, I noticed that you sometimes stop singing. So you need to work on singing and dancing at the same time. And breath control. So Come Alive, wonderful number, really hard number. Isn't it hard to do that number? It's also hard to do after you've done Guys and Dolls and Rent and all that you did. So it just takes stamina and breath control, but you can all work on that. But very, very proud of you. Congrats on your first competition.
Ladies, right from the beginning, the opening I thought was quite magical. You each had your own physical pose that was different from each, and the beach music, and it was an elegant beginning, and it set the bar very high, which you fulfilled during the course of the program. Where's my Moana? What's your name? Maya. Very beautiful solo work. There's very beautiful solo work for many. There was also, who just sit down, you're rocking the boat. But step forward. What's your name?
Paige.
Paige. Also, great job. And this is a song that's usually sung by a man, and I thought this arrangement that you chose, and it had more of a big band feel, was great. And you had a lot of personality. I could see you in some musical theater roles where personality and humor and everything is a requirement. You captured that. And who's the second girl from stage right?
Jill.
Joe, yeah, you had a solo as well. It was a little briefer, but I could see your very strong skills and commitment. And so, with all you ladies, since you're only 8, which blows my mind because it certainly felt like there was more than 8 ladies up there because of how much energy and stage presence you all have. And you chose to do a lot of the program without the handheld mics, which is wonderful. Just make sure you open your mouth. It's one of those nerdy voice teacher things that, I have to say all the time. And I think if you just concentrate on dropping your jaws more, you'll get a little bit more sound out, and that'll help with the breath control that we were talking about. And then you might want to explore in the future choosing a number that explores the lower range of your voice as well, the belting, just so we get more contrast. Since it's 8 powerful ladies, and we want to hear all sides of you. Okay? Congratulations.
All right, thanks so much, guys. Let's please right down the stairs.